At first glance, you might think that this is just yet another classic Nokia. The iconic shape, the camera bump, the familiar feel of a Lumia 1020. But look a bit closer and you realize there's something extraordinary about this phone. Wait, it runs iOS? And that is right. What is up everyone? Welcome back to Pure, and this is the LumiPhone 1020 SE, a custom-made hybrid that merges the beloved design of the Nokia Lumia 1020 with the powerful internals of an iPhone SE 3. This is a truly special device and I can't wait to share this with all of you. So what do we say? Let's get started, shall we? For those who might not remember, the Nokia Lumia 1020 was a game changer back in 2013 when it first released. It was known for its monstrous 41 megapixels pure-view camera and bold design, with its Oreo-style camera deco that we can still see being used on modern camera phones. On the other hand, the iPhone SE3, released almost a decade later in 2022, brought Apple's A15 Bionic chip and 5G capabilities to a compact form factor. But what happens when you combine these two legends together? Well, you get the LumiPhone 1020 SE. First, let's talk design. The LumiPhone retains the distinctive shape and solid build of the Lumia 1020 with its matte polycarbonate body and Oreo-style camera bump. The white and black color scheme gives us a sleek, simplistic, and modern look while paying homage to its roots. The transformation process, though, is no small feat. You see, merging the iPhone SE3's internals with the Lumia's chassis involved relaminating the iPhone's display onto the Lumia's front glass, repositioning the front-facing camera, and even integrating the Touch ID home button into the back of the phone. Well, speaking of the camera, the original 41 megapixels pure-view camera just had to be replaced with the iPhone's 12 megapixel camera, as otherwise it just wouldn't work with, the rest of the internals. While it might not have the same resolution, the iPhone's camera still delivers impressive photo quality, and Touch ID integration at the back, well, you see, it's just a clever nod to older Android devices while still retaining the fingerprint and home button capabilities of the SE. Now, let's address one of the other intriguing features of this phone, the charging port. At first glance, it looks like a micro USB port, just like how it was on the Lumia, but in reality it's actually a Lightning port, which is compatible with all your modern iPhone accessories, that is, before they switch to USB Type-C. Nevertheless, integrating a Lightning port within the micro USB housing is a small but significant touch that adds to the hybrid charm of this device. Another noteworthy feature of this phone is the SIM card slot. It's still located on the top of the phone, just like on the original 1020, but instead of a traditional tray loading mechanism, it is currently now a push-in, push-out spring-loaded nano SIM slot. This means it's still easy to insert and remove your SIM card, but there's a catch. It just wouldn't work with the original SIM card tray cover anymore. Performance-wise, the LumiPhone 1020 SE runs the latest iOS 18 and gets regular updates just like any other supported iPhone. Powered by the A15 Bionic chip, the same chip used on the iPhone 14 means that you get all the benefits of a modern iPhone, including 5G connectivity, smooth multitasking, and access to the latest and greatest apps and features. Now, let's talk about what it's like to actually use the LumiPhone 1020 SE in the real world. Well, it looks impressive on paper. Using it daily can be a mixed bag. One of the first things that you will notice is that the signal strength isn't the best. The hybrid nature of this phone means that the antennas aren't perfectly optimized, so you might find yourself struggling to get a strong signal, for example, especially when you're further away from Wi-Fi routers or in areas with weaker data coverage. Another thing to keep in mind is the potential for overheating. When the significantly more powerful internals of the iPhone SE3 got packed into the Lumia's chassis, well, let's just say they can run a bit hot. So if you're planning on using resource-intensive apps or gaming, be prepared for some warmth, and we wanted to tell you that the phone is overheating and to tell you to let it cool down. And then there's the size and app compatibility. You see, the LumiPhone 1020 SE is very small by today's standards, and not all modern apps are optimized for its display, especially when you're more familiar with a longer, larger, modern smartphone. It might take a little bit of getting used to, but anything the original SE3 can run, the LumiPhone can also run. Despite these minor things, the LumiPhone 1020 SE can still handle day-to-day basic tasks like calling, messaging, browsing, occasionally going on social media with no issue. It's a unique device for enthusiasts who appreciate the blend of old and new, even if it comes with some trade-offs. So, who is this phone actually for? Well, if you're a collector, a fan of unique custom-made devices, or have an extra liking for the Lumi's design, the LumiPhone 1020 SE is a fascinating blend of nostalgia and modern technology. It's a one-of-a-kind device that stands out in a sea of black slabs. Most importantly, it just makes up to be a perfect backup phone. And here's some exciting news because this very LumiPhone 1020 SE will be auctioned off via eBay and will be shipped worldwide. So if you're interested in owning this unique piece of tech history, be sure to check out the auction link in the description below. For now, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.